Welcome back to my channel. Today is day 11 of my 30-day YouTube challenge. Happy autumn, happy October, and happy World Menopause Month. Now, if you guessed that I'm going to talk about menopause, you guessed right. I'm going to talk about World Menopause Day. What is it and why is it necessary? And because I talk about menopause and menopause is a part of the work that I do, it's only fitting to explain why World Menopause Month is important. I am certain that you have some connection to someone that is experiencing menopause currently. It may be your mom, maybe your grandma, maybe your auntie, maybe your sister, maybe your coworker, maybe a friend. Someone that you know is experiencing menopause. Now, the question is, do you know that they are experiencing menopause? Do you have an idea? Do you have an inkling that they might be experiencing menopause? Or are you clueless to what they are experiencing, if they are experiencing it, right? Those are kind of the questions that I have when it comes to menopause and how connected you are to the conversation around menopause, especially as it pertains to the people in your life. And if you are experiencing menopause, are you aware that you might be experiencing menopause? Are you aware that you might be in perimenopause? Are you aware that you might have crossed the threshold from perimenopause into postmenopause? Do you know? Right? So these are questions that some people have and some people want answered. So let's get into it. Here are three key things to know about World Menopause Month. World Menopause Month is celebrated every October or observed. Some will say observed. I like celebrating because for me and my community, we look at this as not just something to observe, but also something to celebrate. So it is observed globally every October. And on October 18th, World Menopause Day is observed. So this was created by the IMS, which is the International Menopause Society. And the reason for it is to create awareness and break stigmas and taboos attached to menopause, which we know have been the case for so many years. It was only until recently, within the last 10 years, and more so within the last 5 years, that the conversation about menopause have built momentum. People are talking about it, people are releasing the shame that's attached to it, the taboos that are attached to it, because people want to feel well. And in the past, that was not the case. There was information, but there was not a lot of conversation. There was some information and some conversations, but not enough to amplify wellness and well-being for people who experience menopause. Because once you experience menopause, it's going to be a part of your life. So, creating awareness and releasing these taboos, misconceptions around menopause has been one of the goals of World Menopause Month. And there are tons of resources out there that people can have access to, not just during World Menopause Month, but every single day of the year. More and more organizations are popping up, more and more resources are popping up in the wellness industry, more and more education is available. More and more groups and support and communities are being established to support women during this transitional phase. So that's the first thing. The second thing is during this month, the conversation is much more than hot flashes. Like when people think of menopause, they think of vasomotor symptoms like hot flashes, heart palpitations, right? Menopause is a lot more than that. Those are two symptoms. People are talking about 100 plus symptoms. For example, have you heard of altered spatial awareness? Exactly. What is that exactly? Some of these symptoms you have never heard about, but they are real because women are experiencing them. And as we learn more and as women talk more and engage in conversation and dialogue, we are learning more about some of these symptoms. So, like I said, it's more than just a conversation about hot flashes, low libido, and night sweats. Organizations around the world utilize this time to highlight and amplify conversations about bone health, cardiovascular health, brain health, emotional well-being, workplace well-being, and long-term healthy aging, both during and after menopause, which means post-menopause. The third thing is that each year there is a theme for World Menopause Day, which happens on the 18th of October. So for 2025, this year, the theme is I think it's lifestyle medicine. Yes, the theme is lifestyle medicine. So again, organizations around the world are going to be focusing on lifestyle medicine, what it is, how it can be utilized to support women during the menopausal transition. So that includes perimenopause, menopause, postmenopause, right? Menopause being one day, postmenopause being the rest of our lives. So some of the past themes have included things like cognitive health, bone health, brain health. So these are the key things that entails World Menopause Month. It's important because it amplifies the conversation and it provides resources for organizations and for individuals alike, for the scientific community and for the medical community, for everyone who's involved, right? Because we need the scientific community to have information, and we need that information to be passed down to the medical community, and we need that information to be passed down to the educational community, and then we need that information to be passed down to the individuals so that we can support ourselves. So, information sharing at this particular time is heightened, and that's where awareness is created. And that's where eventually wellness and well being is created. Yeah, so that's it for World Menopause Month. Expect me to come back in talking some more about menopause. I'll talk some more about perimenopause, menopause as the days go by. So thank you for popping in. I will see you tomorrow for day 12.